Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share, so we get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world it could be, but you're supposed to be right here with me, the BABG OG, and I appreciate you pulling up on me. What's going on, man? Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all see it, y'all see it, y'all see it. Listen, man, I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing when I told y'all niggas, bro. Now, I get in this argument with niggas all the time, right? Because for whatever reason, in 2026, somehow, some way, white supremacy is the major issue and cause for the lack of black success and progress, right? In 2026, mind you, we live in America, and you have the best access to just every opportunity in the world, bro. There's a reason that everybody wants to come to America, all right? Eddie Murphy didn't just make the shit the movie for a reason, right? America, bro. And again, listen, take the morality out of it. Take the way you feel. Just look at it from an opportunistic standpoint, from a financial standpoint, from a freedom standpoint, bro. America can't be beat. Just can't. You don't have the rules and a whole bunch of this bullshit. As much as they're trying to pretty much tear it down from the inside and bring in things like hate speech and you can't say certain things and the way you think and the way you feel or whatnot, what have you. And bro, it's still not going nowhere. It's still here, right? The American way is still the American way. Bigger, badder, better. Fuck you. This is what I want to do. That's the American attitude. A lot of these other countries, bro, you don't have that. Okay, you don't. You piss off the wrong people in some of these other places, bro, and you disappear. Hell, you might not even disappear. They might just kill your ass in the middle of the street. In Iran right now, people that were protesting for the wars and things and whatnot, what have you, and were on the side of America, bro, they executing those people. China, hey, they will motherfucking execute your ass in the street, bro. Right? So please understand, Hell, even the Philippines. Remember when the Filipino they got a president or prime minister? The Philippines got a president or prime minister? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all pull up, bro. Did you see the picture of the staff at the SPLC? No, I didn't see the picture. No, I didn't see the picture of them. But I mean, I can imagine. Yo, what's going on, bro? I think they got a prime. You said prime minister, or you saying prime? You said yeah, prime. So prime, they got a prime minister. Either or. I don't know if y'all remember, bro. Listen, the motherfucking president slid on the drug dealers, bro, and said, "Hey, yeah, I believe they should be killed. I'll kill them myself." All right. He said, "Hey, I'm gonna put the work in myself. Put the gun in my hand." Hey, for sure, man. Big Duke in the building, man. Real black colossus out this bitch, bro. Mostly black race hustlers. Hey, if you got it, hey, shoot me either a DM or shoot me a DM or shoot me an email. My email is Mr. Fantastic 824. And yeah, all of my social media is what's. So if you got a picture of it, bro, I'm pretty sure I can probably Google it and find it. But either way, I told y'all niggas, bro. I told y'all it just didn't make sense. A lot of this stuff don't make sense in society as today as to how and why these things can happen. And I told you the media's in cahoots with this shit. A lot of these things, the SPLC, the ACLU, all these different things that deem these people racist. And again, I'm not saying that racist people don't exist, but to keep that as the major focus and distraction for black people. Excuse me. Keep this as a major um distraction for black people, bro, because I told you niggas have an addiction to fucking racism. Niggas have an addiction to the white man. Okay? You say that shit and that's all they hear. They can't hear anything. It's like motherfucking, you know, like when you turn the TV on, you got like that white noise. You say white man, that's all they hear. You say racism, that's all they hear. And that's why I say, bro, we gotta have this thing as to where niggas gotta abstain from me talking about it. Jesus Christ. Shit. Fuck. I don't know what the fuck going on. Excuse me. Niggas have to completely, totally abstain, bro. And I would liken it to a person that's going through, detox, rehab, whatnot, what have you. You have to completely remove the thing that they're addicted to, bro, from the equation. All right, completely. Now that don't mean get over it. That don't mean forget about it. But understanding that just the focus of race this, race that, Jim Crow, slavery, and so on and so forth, bro. What the fuck does that do for us in 2026? What does that do? What the fuck does it do? Knowing about all the racist shit that has been done in this country, what does that help us? Well, if you don't know the past, man, you're surely to repeat it. Nigga, if you end back up in motherfucking chains and you getting whipped, okay, especially by these fucking era of white folks, you deserve it, nigga. If somehow, some way, you are the fucking 2026 Kunta Kinte, that's where you're supposed to be. A lot of this shit sound good, man, to make no motherfucking sense. Okay? You don't know your history. You surely to repeat it. No, nigga, I know the fuck. Even if I didn't know the history, hey, would you like to put on these shackles and this bracelet around your neck and pick cotton? Would you like to do that? That sounds fun, doesn't it? That sounds swell. Hell no, man. Get the fuck out of my face. What the fuck you talking about? I never had to hear one fucking story of slavery to not want to be a slave. If we being real. Okay. But man, the evidence is now here. See, I got Karina out of the clouds. I'm starting off right. The Southern Poverty Law Center, bro, has been fucking indicted, right? And there's evidence to support them paying for a lot of these fucking racist events that were covered. I wonder when, during Trump's first fucking presidency. It ain't 10-4 Tuesdays, bro, but when I tell you, whatever the fuck Trump got going on is disrupting a lot of shit, bro. Okay? I'm not saying Trump is perfect. I'm not saying Trump is the savior or whatever, but Trump is not running the script that the script's supposed to be ran. I keep telling y'all this. America is supposed to be out the way. Okay? In order for the one world government to happen, the new world order, the great reset, all this shit, so on and so forth, America's got to fall. Trump's here, though, trying to motherfucking keep motherfuckers on motherfucking life support and alive as long as, at least for his fucking term, right? Motherfuckers don't really understand, bro. Do y'all understand if America, and this is what they were actively doing, is removed as a motherfucking reserve currency, the shit you saw going on in fucking Venezuela and Zimbabwe would be the same thing here. Especially being that, you know, a lot of the stuff we get is imported from fucking China and shit, right? So if everything, you know, let's say the dollar is the dollar, but everything you got to pay for increases by fucking 100%, 200%, 300%, you've bankrupted the fucking system, right? And every fucking empire that's ever crumbled is crumbled because of the fucking money and lack thereof. But you can't talk about that shit. Yeah, man, 2026 Kunta Kinte. Motherfucker say you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker signing up for that shit somehow. Like, nigga, you in the, hey, that's you, nigga. You deserve it. But let's let Cash tell y'all, man, what the fuck going on, man. And even though we're not talking about this, I guess so we're officially removed from the WHO, from the World Health Organization. America understands that it's a whole bunch of leeches, right? Leeches on the outside and a whole bunch of motherfucking parasites on the inside. This administration is actively cleaning up both. Okay? This administration is actively cleaning up the motherfucking leeches and cleaning out the parasites. Some lady down here in fucking Florida, she just got caught stealing $5 million. What up with you, Cody? $5 million fucking dollars, bro. I think it was FEMA funds. Let me see what it is. Florida Congresswoman caught $5 million of fraud. Democratic Representative Sheila Sherfilius McCormick of Florida was indicted in November 2025 for allegedly stealing over $5 million in FEMA funds. Prosecutors alleged the funds meant for a vaccination contract were funneled to her from 2021 to 2022. She is facing charges including fraud and money laundering with the House Ethics Panel finding violations in March 2026. Okay. Let's get the cash, man.
What the general just told you. The Southern Poverty Law Center, in a massive sweeping indictment, has been charged with allegations of fraud and using the banking system to perpetrate that fraud. I just want to talk about a couple brief things here. The Southern Poverty Law Center themselves advertise to raise money to dismantle violent extremist groups for a period of at least a decade. They used their donor network to raise money to purportedly dismantle violent extremist groups. However, the SPLC, the Southern Poverty Law Center, used the money they raised from their donor network to actually pay the leadership of these very groups. I just want to say that again. They used the fraudulently raised money by lying to their donor network, thousands of Americans, to go ahead and actually pay the leadership of these supposed violent extremist groups.
Now, again, man, this is the classic motherfucking, staged events, bro. These are the psyops that's going on. The same shit the niggas always want to bring up, COINTELPRO, and the government funded this shit, which it happens. I'm not saying it don't happen, right? 9/11. But SPLC is doing the same thing. So the same people they're supposed to be protecting black people from, they're paying these people, bro. All right. To keep black people believing that the SPLC is still needed. To keep black people believing that they hunting us, they killing us. I keep telling y'all, man, if you look into this shit, bro, for the most part, again, are there unfortunate things? RIP Tamir Rice. RIP, I just had her name and I lost her. It was a lady that got killed in her kitchen. And what's gonna happen too, y'all? Hey, wait till they tell you how fucking FBI was involved with January 6th. That's coming too. Sonia Massey. There we go. Sonia Massey's her name. Sonia Massey, RP to her too. Bro, stop trying to make that the norm. That's not the norm. Most of the people that are killed by fucking police are justified fucking shootings. Most of the people killed by police have weapons themselves. Okay? Niggas love to take the one extreme motherfucking example and use that as everything across the board.
The groups, as the general laid out, include.
So you don't listen well. Who said that? Racism doesn't exist. Who said racism don't exist? You're one of the prime problems in people because you can't even comprehend a simple concept. No one ever said that racism doesn't exist. Matter of fact, I don't know when you got here, but I said racism exists, but racism will always exist. Why you? That's like worrying about the fucking sun coming up. That's like worrying about the fucking wind blowing. Worrying about something that will always exist, bro, is nonsensical. It's fucking stupid. Shout out to my man, Ducey McIver. Appreciate you, brother, for the membership. And he upgraded his membership, brother. Greatly appreciate you, man. You're too down with the gang. You're one of my members. Appreciate you, bro. You asked because you heard people make what argument? Well, I don't know anyone that would make that argument. I don't think that'd be a person that I would take serious. But no, racism will always exist. Worrying about racism when, again, it isn't a one-way thing. Racism is not just white people to black people. It's Asian people to black people. It's black people to Asian people. Black people to white people. Black people to Indian people. Indian people to white people to black people. Again, I don't know why niggas want a monopoly on racism. It just don't make sense.
The Ku Klux Klan, the United Klans of America, Unite to Right, National Alliance, the National Socialist Movement,
Now listen, these are all sectors within the same thing. So these motherfuckers is paying not just direct, like I didn't even know they had different Klan divisions. Imagine you donating your motherfucking money to the SPLC because of racism and to stop racism, and these motherfuckers turn it over to the most racist motherfuckers in the country. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that something?
Aryan Nation Motorcycle Club, and the National Socialist Party of America, and also the American Front. In at least one of these matters, our investigation revealed that funds were used to facilitate the commission of further state and federal offenses, totaling over $3 million. Furthermore, our investigation revealed that the Southern...
Now, $3 million was paid to racist extremist groups, y'all. $3 million fucking dollars paid to racist extremist groups. From the Southern Poverty Law Center. Kids can't read. Kids, they claim kids don't got no activities and shit to do. And instead of taking that money and those funds that were donated and giving them to, you know, impoverished people in systems in the South, they spent $3 million to racist motherfucking extremist organizations, bro. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, bro.
Poverty Law Center, on top of perpetuating this widespread, decade-long, multi-million-dollar fraud, conducted more criminal activity. They attempted to hide their criminal activity from our financial banking network. They set up shell companies and entities around America so that the financial institutions that we rely on as everyday Americans were deceived in believing that money was not coming from the Southern Poverty Law Center in the purpose.
Then, hey, that's another big thing. I don't think people listen, bro. You not gonna fucking now. I gotta bring this shit up, bro. You're not smarter than the federal government, bro. You're not. Please understand this shit. Be you fucking person or corporation. People talking about it right now, right? JP Morgan. They found out that JP Morgan was motherfucking manipulating the motherfucking precious metals industry, right? JP fucking Morgan, motherfuckers that control the money, right? They found out that JP Morgan was motherfucking manipulating the stock market. Mind you, somebody should have went to jail, but they didn't. The precious metal market in the stock market, they find them. JP Morgan is a fucking $1 billion, probably fucking maintains $1 trillion motherfucking assets, right? If the United States government can find out what the fuck JP Morgan is doing, bro, they go find out what your little stupid dumb ass is doing. Okay? Be you person or be you corporation.
Perpetration of this scheme and fraud, but rather fictitious entities they stood up to perpetuate this ongoing fraud. This is a serious and egregious violation of a group that purported to dismantle violent extremist groups, but in turn actually only fueled the hatred. This is an important case brought by President Trump's administration. We're thankful to the president for his leadership and funding of not just the FBI and DOJ, but his commitment to go out there and wipe out fraud and conspiracy and waste and abuse wherever it occurs, including the Southern Poverty Law Center. Even though this money was made to appear to be coming from legitimate people and legitimate entities, we at the FBI, with our great partners at the Department of Justice and in the state of Alabama, were able to comb through a decade worth of material, a scheme that took a decade to build, so that we were able to follow the money, because money never lies, and they got caught. As the Attorney General said, these charges are varying. They are widespread and wide-ranging, and this investigation is very much ongoing. Today, we're here to announce the charges of the Southern Poverty Law Center, and this investigation and the individuals who are responsible will be brought to justice. Thank you, General.
As the indictment describes, the SPLC was not dismantling these groups. It was instead manufacturing the extremism it purports to oppose by paying sources to stoke racial hatred. The indictment describes this conduct in detail, but one troubling example is that the SPLC was paying a member of the leadership group that planned the Unite the Right protest in Charlottesville, Virginia in 2017 that resulted in the death of one person and injured dozens more. This particular person being paid by the SPLC allegedly received approximately $270,000 over the course of 8 years.
Now, listen, and this goes to show you just how they use these people over time. This ain't just a one-time thing. They use these organizations and these people over time. 8 years before fucking the Charlottesville riots. And pretty much what he's saying is, I'm guessing they're not saying it for sure, but to allude to the motherfucker that drove through the crowd, I'm guessing. That's what I'm picking up for that. Because remember, the whole Charlottesville shit was the dude drove the car through the people or whatever.
In total, according to the indictment, between 2014 and 2023, SPLC paid at least $3 million to 8 individuals at least. These individuals were affiliated with the Ku Klux Klan, United Klans of America, National Socialist Movement, Aryan Nations Affiliated Sadistic Souls Motorcycle Club, the Nationalist Socialist Party of America, Nazis, and the American Front.
Pro blacks, how y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling, man? It's crazy to me that this shit, like, this should be a way bigger story than this. Everybody should be talking about this. But again, I understand it helps kill the narrative that, you know, is this big, bad, scary white man in the fucking, you know, waiting in the wings to foil niggas' motherfucking progress and plans. You can't talk about it. Yeah, exactly. These psyops is serious, crazy, bro. And like I said, what's going to happen is a lot of this shit post Trump, bro. You're gonna find out a lot of this shit was fucking orchestrated. Mind you, now somebody else just got called out. Obama is being they got the evidence, bro. They're not gonna be able to fucking arrest Obama, right? But everybody else involved, trust me, Lee, bro, they gonna have to. Hey, all of this shit against Trump, bro, is being proved to be exactly what motherfuckers were saying it was. It was a big ass paid for psyop. Racism this, racism that, all these fucking sparks of quote unquote racism, right? But the money worked because a big part of the fucking psyop was desensitizing Americans to fucking a whole bunch of un-American fucking bullshit, bro. And a whole bunch of propaganda that's going to fucking blame the white man in America for motherfuckers' lack of success. That's extremely problematic, dog. You live in the country with the best motherfucking opportunities on the planet. Yet you out here motherfucker trying to blame any and everybody else why your shit not working the way it's supposed to work. Remember this shit? I told y'all. The shit didn't make sense to me because it's like, why would all these white boys all of a sudden, right? White men this, white men that, white. First and foremost, these motherfuckers got a drum player, okay? Anybody that brings a drum player and and over half of the people are holding flags in a protest, them motherfuckers don't want no action. Okay? They don't want no smoke. All this shit should just be like, come on, bro, drums? Who the fuck is bringing a fucking drummer? Y'all niggas believe this shit. Yeah, see, racism and white man, no, white supremacy. They had drums, shields, and flags, nigga. Jesus Christ. And another big part of why the face is being covered, right? It's not for these are informants, man. These are informants and agents. So better trust and believe these same people that are here, bro. They're using them for other fucking psyops. This is why they gotta fucking hide their identity. Same thing with a lot of bunch of these Antifa motherfuckers, bro. These people hide their faces, bro, because they are repeat motherfucking agents for this bullshit and this chaos. Okay? Yeah, bro, listen, nigga. A nigga bring some drums. I start hearing actual real drums playing Ali the Great in 2026. Hey, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and hook off. You ain't finna do shit. You got drums in your hand, nigga. And I'm gonna break your drum. I'm gonna bust your drum, nigga. I'm gonna stomp through that snare. I'm gonna stomp you, then I'm stomping that snare out. Dare you disrespect me, nigga? We got smoke and you pull up with some drums. Like you motherfucking Nick Cannon. You niggas believe this shit, man. Y'all wanted it to be true so bad. Y'all wanted to believe this shit. This shit right here too. Remember, what's going to happen too is you're going to find out. Again, a lot of this fucking propaganda. United States government was fully aware. They just chose to motherfucking turn the motherfucking blind eye to the shit and not do nothing about it and use it to their advantage for political fucking warfare.
Let's remember Charlottesville, where there was a mob of people carrying tiki torches, spewing anti-Semitic hate.
This anti-Semitic shit, bro, is crazy too. That's the next thing that needs to be done is like, bro, hey, Jewish people are not above reproach, right? Jewish people are not these people to where you can't even say the word Jew or any of this other shit and so on and so on. No, bro, this is crazy. No, that's one of the biggest things in free speech that people got to take back.
And what did the president then at the time say? There were fine people on each side. Let's
Trying to find the one I had earlier. Let me see something. Where's it at? The one with Biden. Where Biden was at the college and Biden was speaking on shit, right? Damn, I knew I had that shit. And did Soros is dead now, right? Did Soros die? Is Soros dead or no? You see. George Soros still alive? Yeah, he's still alive. Bro, this motherfucker, what, about to be 94 fucking years old? 96, I'm sorry, about to be 96 years old. Shout out to a man, Coon of Coons, for the 5. Appreciate you, brother. How many black YouTubers around these parts parroted this hoax? They will never own up to it. They'll hide and double down on it. Man, come on, SKC. You know the deal, bro. These niggas don't give a damn about no damn truth. Rebecca J, what's up, though? Supply the migrants that rush the border with flyers and illegal info that was exposed on YouTube. Also, Charlottesville, there was a black guy. He saw all of the activists get off the same bus. Yeah, all this shit is orchestrated, bro. All this shit is contrived. If someone were to go back and show the footage of all the people repeating this stuff, listen, man. That's a good point too. But I remember when Chronicles covered this. Chronicles covered this shit, and he broke this shit down to a motherfucking kernel, bro. He's like, bro, this shit is like, it don't make sense. Y'all niggas running out here and jumping in front of cars and shit and getting your motherfucking Nikes knocked off your feet because you want to protest the white people's protest. For one, bro, they ain't got shit to do with me. White folks want to go somewhere and then let's say a Klan rally. I'm not showing up to the motherfucking Klan rally to protest the Klansmen. Fuck them. Let me see. Where I'm trying to hold on. Give me a second. I'm trying to find this shit. I don't know where I fucking saved it. Here you go.
To stand up against the poison of white supremacy, as I did in my inaugural address, to single out as the most dangerous terrorist threat to our homeland is white supremacy.
Again, bro, being able to manipulate, control you niggas with one word, bro, that within itself is contradictory, right? For you, for what you say it to be, bro. A white person is not supreme to me. A white person does not have a better opportunity just off of the fucking basis of being white. If you believe that, bro, you are the problem. If you tell your son and your daughter, well, hey, man, you're not going to have the opportunity that a white child has. So, hey, you know, the system is racist and it's up against you. When we got so many motherfucking black people out here, bro, taking all the white man's money, clocking into the white man's job every day. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. But again, this is part of the psyop that keeps niggas controlled.
And I'm not saying this because I'm at a black HBCU. I say it wherever I go.
And again, to see you niggas again, bro. His mentor was one of the most devout fucking and one of the last open racist in fucking Congress and politics, bro. Y'all made this nigga president. And then lied about him being competent for like the last at least year and a half of it when motherfuckers like, hey man, this motherfucker can't walk up a pair of stairs without falling. Hey man, this motherfucker goddamn sound like the Migos, a bit of in the middle of speeches and shit, bro. What's going on? Oh no, it's just no. He's a little tired. And you niggas wanted to put Kamal. Yeah. Oh shit. So let me tell y'all this, bro. Story time, right? I made a whole video about this shit, but I didn't post it because I didn't have context. So yesterday I got my hair braided, right? Got my hair braided yesterday, and black women, it's a braiding shop. So I'm the only man there, right? Only man there, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my, you know what I'm saying? I'm the only man there. So they just talking shit, politics and this and that and la la la. And it started off, she was getting ready to take a vacation and go to Italy or go somewhere or whatever. Trump, this, Trump. And I'm like, here we go, right? And then, mind you, these are all older black women that are older than me, okay? The youngest one probably was late 40s, right? And the older ones were 50s, possibly 60, right? Guess what is the motherfucking main thing that they talked about and they was mad at Trump about, y'all? Well, if you had to take a guess. Black mothers and grandmothers, guess what was the first fucking topic they brought up? Child participation. See, Cantrell, that's what they told us. It's like, hey man, that's not your ears. That's not your ears you hear. Your ears are fooling you. No, not racism. Not race. Dad go. He know what it is. What kind of deletion? No country for old simps. Be more specific. Dad, Coon Coons got it. Dad go. Coon Coons. I couldn't believe this, bro. Bro, I wish I would have recorded it, bro. I swear on my kid, on my life. Coon Coons, brother. These were black grandmothers mad because, and I don't get it, bro. You can't tell me what to do with my body. And I'm like, oh, bitch. You done used your body to make a whole bunch of kids. This lady said, according to the main lady that was talking, she had 3 sons, all of which were very successful. She said engineers and shit. And out of one of her 3 sons, she had a grandson and grandkids. And despite all this, these old ass fucking black grandmas and mamas are mad because they can't get an abortion, which ain't true. And I'm like, well, Trump didn't do anything. What Trump did was, the Supreme Court gave the power back to the states, and the states which you live in say whether or not you can. Well, and y'all know how the conversation went. So mind you, I'm sitting back. Only reason I got into it because it'll be like telling a man he gotta, he can't have no kids no more. And I'm like, well, since you brought me into it, for one, that's a false equivalency, and it's the inverse. Abortion isn't saying that you can't have kids anymore. Abortion is simply saying that you can't use abortion as a tool of motherfucking birth control after you've been irresponsible to have a kid, right? And then that state, depending on the state where you at, right? So we having a conversation. The more sense I make, the more I get drowned out. Okay. The more sense I made, the more they drown me out. So it's like, hey, this nigga know too much. Let's just stop. Let's just change the subject and act like he ain't in here. Listen, bro. Hey, I wish I wanted to record it so bad, bro. But I was like, nah, I ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? It really was crazy. It really was, bro. I should have recorded this shit. But in real time, bro, in real fucking time, everything we said was being proven. All the shit we talked about, man. He a jackass. I'm like, okay, well, just start it off with you don't like him. And then, go from there. Well, I never said I didn't like him. I just said he a jackass. So I said, do you have anything positive to say about him? What's positive? What did he do positive? And I'm just like, shout out to Coon Coons for the 2, man. Appreciate you, brother. Ain't nothing but some money. It's over, Prime. This shit sad, bro. It's sad, man. I literally saw this shit, dog. Shout out to a man, Mike G, bro. Shout out to Mike G, bro. Shout out to Mike G for the 5 on the Cash App and the 20 ball on the Cash App earlier on in the week, man, for the show. Ain't nothing but some money. These women sat up in there, racism this, racism that, Trump this, Trump that. My question now is, Black people, what are we doing? Now that it's been proven and disclosed that the Southern Poverty Law Center, one of these bastions of racial equality and protection of Black people, has been found to be not just creating, bro. Y'all understand how much money $3 million is? $3 million donated funds. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see something quick. Let's see how this works. Is the SPLC a 501c3? Yes, the Southern Poverty Law Center is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, which means it is tax-exempt charitable organizations and contributions to its tax deductible. Founded in 1971, it focuses on civil rights litigation and tracking extremist groups. So, nonprofit, everything's donated. Let me see. How much money does the SPLC get on the annually? The Southern Poverty Law Center generates roughly 129 million, 170 million. Jesus Christ, bro. This is crazy. I gotta show y'all this shit, bro. This is fucking crazy, bro. And all they tell you niggas, racism, slavery, racism. The white man gonna get you. Southern Poverty Law Center generates roughly 129 million, 170 million annually in total revenue, primarily from donor contributions and grants. As late 2024, they held over $786 million in net assets with an endowment surpassing $730 million and spent over $122 million annually, with a large portion on employee compensation. Hey, listen, the biggest, bro. I don't want to use the Young Turks. Shout out to a man, Charles Mercer, in the building for the 20 ball. Greatly appreciate you, brother. My wife asked for a divorce because she couldn't get a hysterectomy without my consent. Many women have taken the bait. What? I didn't know that was a thing. That's crazy. What the fuck? Well, I guess I'm sorry, but congratulations. I don't know. That's kind of crazy, bro. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too far into your business, bro. Yeah, that's wild. But you know what, Charles Mercer, again, listen, bro. Once you understand that all this chaos and stuff going in America, bro, are branches from the same tree. The constant pushing of, racism is everywhere. Feminist fucking extremism and all this fucking bullshit. This thing as to where now marriage is sex work and marriage is slavery. Bro, none of this shit is fucking organic. All this shit is contrived, man. All of it. Let me see. Freeman's was on the thing. Give me a second. Let me go to YouTube. See what we got. And hit the like button, people. I got 105 people in here. I only got 60 likes. I need them 40 likes, bro. Oh, let's see. Shout out to Freeman's for shooting me in this real quick.
And we spent $22 trillion during that period on programs to aid the poor, where 70 cents of every dollar went not to the poor, but those who serve the poor.
What percentage of it?
70%.
70% of the 22 trillion went to the people that serve the poor.
They ask which problems are fundable, not which problems are solvable.
All of these fucking nonprofits, bro, they taking, like I said, they taking theirs off the top. That's been a big thing about these nonprofits because of the nonprofit, you can pay yourself, you can pay your employees, and remember that's what BLM. And I can't wait for that indictment to happen, bro. The BLM indictment is going to be fucking so lovely. I want every last one of you niggas to motherfucking apologize for this George Floyd shit. I still ain't forgave you niggas for that, bro. Appreciate you. Distinctive one. Appreciate you for the sub, bro. I still ain't forgave you niggas, bro. That individual was allowed to be the representation of black men, bro. One of the most embarrassing, and still going to be one of the when you look back at this shit, bro. Let me see something. Check this shit out, bro. Hold on now. Listen. This is 2 days before the indictment, or a day before the indictment. Check this out. Nigga looking like a Timu OJ. It's OJ without the pulp.
Years, the Southern Poverty Law Center has stood as a beacon of hope, fighting white supremacy and various forms of injustice.
Oh, really? Well, for at least the last, what? They said, what, 2017? Last 9 to 10 years, motherfucker. Y'all been funding it. Funding and fighting, huh? All the F's.
to create a multiracial democracy where we can all live and thrive. We are therefore unsurprised to be the latest organization targeted by this administration. They have made no secret of who they want to protect and who they want to destroy. For example, in October, FBI Director Kash Patel announced the Bureau would sever its ties with the SPLC. And in December, House Republicans held a hearing to accuse us of being partisan and profitable. The latest threat is the most serious, a criminal investigation and possible charges against the SPLC or some of our employees. Although we don't know all the details, the focus appears to be on the SPLC's prior use of paid confidential informants to gather credible intelligence on extremely violent groups. This use of informants was necessary because we are no stranger to threats of violence.
So now they trying to claim that it was informants they were paying. You were paying $3 million to fucking informants? This is crazy.
In 1983, our offices were firebombed, and in the years since, there have been countless credible threats against our staff. For decades, we engaged in unprecedented litigation to dismantle the Klan and other hate groups. In light of that work,
Okay, how you dismantling them but funding them at the same time? That makes sense.
we sought to protect the safety of our staff and the public. We frequently shared what we learned from informants with local and federal law enforcement, including the FBI. We did not, however, share our use of informants broadly with anyone to protect the identity and safety of the informants and their families. And while we no longer work with paid informants, we continue to take their safety seriously.
So hold on. So if you no longer work with them, what the fuck? So it sounded like to me, y'all found out that y'all was getting caught. So you cut the shit off. You cut the program off because it wasn't above board. If there was nothing wrong with it, you guys would have kept doing it, right? And proudly motherfucking, you know. But now clearly that there's something not right. Okay.
These individuals risked their lives to infiltrate and inform on the activities of our nation's most radical and violent extremist groups. When we began working with informants, we were living in the shadow of the height of the civil rights movement, which had seen bombings at churches, state-sponsored violence against demonstrators, and the murders of activists.
Yeah, but no. Hold on. Is he talking about from the inception? Because brother, this was all the last 9 years. So I don't recall any firebombing of a church within the last 9 years. Do you guys? You guys recall any church fire bombings that were national news over the last 9 years? I don't.
Went unanswered by the justice system. There is no question that what we learned from informants saved lives. Today, the federal government has been weaponized to dismantle the rights of our nation's most vulnerable people, and any organization like ours that tries to stand in the breach. We stood in the vanguard then, and we stand in the vanguard today. We will not be intimidated into silence or contrition, and we will not abandon our mission or the communities we serve. This moment in history finds Americans in a critical struggle between those who continue to pull and bend the arc of history toward justice and those who resist progress. We will vigorously defend ourselves, our staff, and our work. We will continue to fight hate, and we will continue to seek a safer and more just world. We trust that the many people and organizations who share our commitment to defending civil society will stand with us as together we fight injustice. Thank you.
Hey, wrap that shit up, B. Going to jail. Hey.
You going to jail. That statement gonna send you to jail.
Nigga going to jail. Bro, I say it all the time, bro. It's the greatest disservice. It's the greatest disservice of our ancestors and people that actually suffered from true racism and true discrimination, bro. Again, racism will always exist, but to act like anything you go through in 2026 is like shit that was in motherfucking 1956, 46, or any of the other sixes prior to, even 66, bro. So it's disrespectful. Again, bro, I cannot imagine a white man calling me boy to my face, right? And I gotta step off the sidewalk to the street so he can walk by. And boy, too, listen. A white boy. I'm not even saying like white boy is in what's that? I'm saying colloquial. I'm saying actual white boy that could make a grown black man step off the motherfucking sidewalk, call him all kinds of motherfucking crazy shit to his face, and there's nothing he can do about it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Master Thomas. They used to call like young boys master back in the day. So not like master as in like, you know, slave master, but you know. It's disrespectful, bro. We act like we have to. I've never even seen no shit like that. I've never even had to worry about that. Now, some of you Alabama and Mississippi niggas may be a little different. According to y'all, hey, y'all still got sundown towns and shit, right? But it's wild to me, bro. It's extremely wild to me. Just the way that motherfuckers can always find a way, bro, to put the accountability on somebody else. What are you doing? What have you done? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you had to pay for it, bro. Listen, America's First Rifleman. That's what I'm saying, bro. You can't, especially national newsworthy. Not just that, America's First Rifleman, national newsworthy. You know, enough. That's the thing, for real, for real. National newsworthy, fucking racist events and whatnot. Drop this link, man, in case y'all want to come up. The smoking gun, the first one, right, has been found. Don't be surprised when there are many more that starts to pop up. I don't know if y'all seen this shit. Ilhan Omar has reduced her motherfucking net worth from 30 million back down to now I think under 100,000. The shit is being done, bro, really being looked into. Before this administration is over, a lot of shit is going to be exposed, bro. A lot of shit that needs to be. Yo, what up, bro? You muted.
Hey, good morning, beloved.
What's up, man?
And sorry, I'm outside right now, so excuse me if there's a little noise in the background.
Yeah, you good. Go ahead. I think you got like a little delay. You froze right now, if you can hear me.
Sorry. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? I can hear you, but you froze. So I don't know if you can hear me.
Am I me? Oh, hold on. My bad. Is that better?
Yeah, you good now. Perfect now.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Am I better now?
Yeah,
okay, my bad. I was connected to the next Wi-Fi. Okay. Man, good morning, beloved. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, man. I don't know. I just get vindicated. We get vindicated. You get vindicated every day. I get vindicated every day on some of our talking points. It's like you can't nobody give me a reason to pay a leader of a white supremacist group $270K over a few year period. Like that just doesn't make any sense to me. And especially if they said they were paying informants. That's their defense. Like, oh, we were paying informants, which I'm pretty sure they were paying some informants. Like that is a thing. But come on. I'm pretty sure some of these informants fabricated maybe some evidence against people or whatever, or tried to fit the narrative to whatever the SPLC was looking for. And the thing about it is, the worst thing about it is the SPLC has smeared so many groups that aren't even considered white supremacists. If you are a group that says you believe in marriage and you don't believe in abortion, guess what list you going on? You're going on the white supremacist list on the SPLC, with no explanation or nothing. Just like, oh, you're a Christian national, whatever, and you just are worried about children. You didn't say nothing about race or whatever. So that's the big psyop right there. And another thing, this just proves more and more. Like, I think there's a website, I need to go look it up. I think it's racehoax.com, where there's literally, I guess, a white person that got pissed and started documenting all the fake race cases for the last like 20 some years. I think it goes back further from like Tawana Brown. I think that's her name. The girl that said, she was the ET guys, gang raped her and stuff like that and threw her in the tub or some crazy stuff. Well, you know what I'm talking about. And then the other one from Duke or whatever. So this dude started documenting all these race hoaxes, everything, especially from, and I know you remember this from the first Trump administration, where every other week or month, there's catching a Jewish person, a black person, a woman, and then this is like before and after Jesse Smollett, where there was like, dude was like F-N words on his restaurant, a black dude in like Georgia or like Florida, talk about white people, look what they did, look what Trump did. And they're like, oh, we got you on camera painting that stuff on your restaurant. Can you explain that? So yeah, and this happens a lot these days. And people are going to try to deny it and be like, oh, that ain't true. But no, a lot of black folks manufacture racism to either get people to feel sorry for them on a certain situation, or just in general to deflect away from something. So people are catching me.
For sure. Let me read the super chat you sent, bro. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to AFR for the $5. LOL, they need racism so bad they started paying for it. Please tell me the reason to pay $270K for white supremacy. It was way more than $270K, bro. That thing they said it was $3 million. It's $3 million in total.
Oh yeah, that was just to one leader of one white supremacist group.
Yeah, the Charlottesville guy. I think that's what they said. They gave it to him, right? All right, we got.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for somebody to explain it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
The Tuesday, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, brother? So, real quick, right? Because this is crazy, but if you think about it, and let's look at the response to SPLC, we're saying that they were paying confidential informants. But if we really take that at face value, they would have had an account directly that they could have shown to, the FBI, to their accountants, to the banks that says that, that this money went directly to pay confidential informants. And that's not what we saw here. What we saw here was we saw 2 or 3 shell companies that almost obfuscates the SPC's involvement with these companies. And then these shell companies were then paying other people who then paid the white supremacists and the racists and different things. So what it looks like, money laundering, for sure, money laundering is one of the least problems that they're worried about right there. But then for how long it went on, so if you're saying that you're paying confidential informants, why did you have to manufacture or create fake companies that you then funded if all the money primarily was going just to pay confidential informants? So I think they're putting their foot in their mouth right now by coming out trying to get in front of the narrative. I think once we start seeing as this unfolds, they're going to start naming people in the indictment and not just the SPLC in whole.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Why that's the reason why they're saying it, right? So along with that, now they're going to make it seem like, oh, well, these people were just innocent informants and the FBI has exposed them. That's why they did the whole speech I showed from the SPLC and put their families and themselves in danger, right? Because they were quote unquote informants. But like you said, if that was the case, for one, why would you say you're no longer doing it if it's above board and you have that, dedicated to those funds dedicated for those reasons? But clearly, like I said, bro, once they say they got wire fraud and all those different things, and they gave the proof of them trying to hide it through shell companies and shit, it's over with, bro. It's over with.
Yeah, definitely. I think the shell companies is going to be the nail in the coffin. And then here's the thing, because the one guy who received the $270,000 over the 8-year period, I think more than likely they're going to start going after people to turn state's evidence. So before they name anybody from the SPLC in the indictment, I think the easiest play right here is to just go throw a case against the actual people who received the money and let it work its way backwards.
Exactly. And like I said, I think we're gonna see a whole lot more of that going on, bro. Even from like, what I'm saying, like I said, when they start getting into these individuals and things too. But it's just wild to me, that people can't see it, bro. Like, again, racism is gonna always exist. I'm not saying racism doesn't exist or whatever, but in 2026, bro, for this organization that was supposed to be about, black people, inclusivity, and looking out for black people, you wasted $3 million to fund psyops, right? To keep motherfucking black people under this fake fear of the boogie white man that's out to get you and do all this shit that's on us over, bro. It's just crazy. But hey, that's why I say, if black people fall for it, I mean, that's the only way to even think it will work, because it's been working.
No, 100%. And see, here's the thing. Our generation, we're different from the previous generation. I want to say we're a little smarter. Maybe we ask more questions. Maybe we had access to more information. So, the psyops, they don't work as easily. The false flags, we don't fall for the okie doke as easy as the previous generations did. So I think now they have to actually manufacture a real consent. So like when we call it a false flag now, now there's too much information, too many cameras. We can do too much research in real time via citizen journalism. And, look at what they're doing with that right here in California right now. So I think now as information comes out, they really have to have somebody do these things, these atrocious things, to make the narrative stick in people's minds, again, manufacturing consent. So right now, a lot of the different things that we're looking at in society, we can see that, there's bigger hands, there's bigger players in part. And a lot of it is like, people don't even do that anymore. Like a lot of this stuff is so outdated and antiquated. You have to look at it and it's like, who's real? Like when dude said, there was a noose in my locker room, and like, who's really doing that in like, 2000? Like, come on, we have to be for real when we look at these tactics they're using.
Yeah, like you said, bro, all of those, even those things, it's been, I want to say at least 3 different hoaxes of racial things. And then they had some in the office thing to where, people have claimed, and then like I said, once they really look into it and see that it was a hoax. So it's a whole bunch of these hoaxes people still trying to run with to keep the racism narrative. And, like I said, the white man waiting around the corner or behind the curtain to jump out and attack black people. It's just crazy to me, bro.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Last I'll say this, they're follow the money. So one of the things that's happening here in California, they're looking at, why did Gavin Newsom allow so many, like before the Palisades fires, a lot of people don't know that the majority of insurance companies start dropping insurance claims. And they left California.
Yeah, before the fire, and that was
before the fire, and Gavin allowed that to happen. So, and the funny thing about it is that the stakeholders had a meeting about should or shouldn't they be allowed to leave. And with equity stakeholders, there was money that was distributed that allowed them to leave. So once we start putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, there's a lot of people who are in trouble for a lot of embezzlement, fraud, and all types of nefarious actions.
That's for sure, bro. But hey, man, I appreciate you for coming up, brother. Give me your input.
Hey, appreciate you for having me, man. I'm gonna fall back on the other side and keep listening, man. I appreciate you.
For sure. Shout out to my man Jim Rat for the 10. Appreciate you, brother. 10 for the win. I have a question. We always see these kind of people getting indicted. They have all the evidence, but why are we not seeing people actually going to jail? Years of in court, no sentences. Well, I don't know. I think, bro, like I said, it takes time. It takes a lot of time for these cases to go through, especially if you're talking about RICO cases and federal shit and so on and so like this. If they don't just take the plea. So if people fight these cases in people fight these cases in court, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got a small window because remember, if the previous administration, or excuse me, if the taking over administration don't decide to fucking keep continuing and prosecuting, bro, they just drop the case. That's what happens a lot of time. Remember, that's what happened with the whole Burisma shit, right? As soon as Biden won, because Biden won, all that shit got swept under the rug. So it all depends on, you know, you got a small window to do it, and it's not an easy motherfucker open and shut case. Especially when you, like, say, if you're dealing with SPLC is I think they said what, a $700 million company, right? Or $700 million organization. So they're gonna have the money to fight back. Even though you're going up against the United States government, money still helps a lot of things. So I think that's what it is for the most part.
$1 million in the bank, in the war chest right now. Can I add something a little bit to, I guess not to get too far on topic, but it's still kind of is in the same realm.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you don't mind. If you're worried about ET supremacists and all these other people, they're gonna get you. You should be talking about the Second Amendment. That's pretty much it. Like, if it shouldn't be anything else, it should just be like, what's your emergency plan with your family, and what's your plan? You know, if there's a natural disaster, and then all that stuff, you can start building a plan around all these quote unquote nightmare scenarios you got, you know, swimming around in your head or whatever to defend your family. So if you're not thinking in those terms, then you're just not serious. That's all I have to say.
Man, we know that though. Niggas are the most unserious fucking group in this fucking country, bro, not on the planet. That's another thing that pissed me off. That's another thing that really pisses me off, bro. Shout out to my man West Elm for the 10. Appreciate you. It's all going to come out just like the VA gerrymander vote last Tuesday. 90% of the ad money to vote yes was from outside the state of VA, even though we voted 6 years ago to keep the map the same. Yeah, I just seen that too. Everybody's talking about that. Everybody, and they trying to make that a Trump thing or some shit somehow to have effective control. Yeah, bro. I don't think they understand what they're doing with this shit. This is not the group of people that you want to be playing none of these games with for real, because they really gonna prosecute that shit, and they really gonna you know what I'm saying, at least get something started.
Oh yeah, there's another thing I want to add when it comes to the DOJ or these, I guess, racial stuff or racial tension or whatever. And I have to look into it more, but I do want to get people's kind of I guess to understand maybe what's been happening a long time. So apparently in the past, the DOJ had a program or a section. Sorry, I'm trying to plug my phone up. And if there was a killing that was racially charged and it was black against white, they would send down agents or lawyers from the DOJ and try to kind of coach them through everything to get them not to be like, it was no hood booger that like killed my beautiful white child, whatever. They'll tell them like, hey, it was just, a tragic, event and all that stuff. Look it up. It's a thing. So it's I don't know how people might feel about that. I think it was pretty weird, but yeah, that's a thing. So the Obama administration manufactured or tried to, obviously the Mike Brown, they hyped up the Mike Brown thing, even though they couldn't get Darren Wilson in jail because they found no wrongdoing on his part. Because if they would have found any, they would have put his white ass in jail. But there was other stuff they were doing in the background to kind of keep racial tension down. So whatever.
Yeah, that whole fucking part of it, bro. All of the shit they do, like you said, to keep the white man as the bad guy or the villain, but then, like you said, the other side of this shit never really gets it does nothing but a disservice, bro. It does nothing but a disservice for us overall. But people don't understand it because, quote unquote, the white man. It's very unfortunate. Oh shit! Shout out to my man Stokely, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to Stokely for a 10 on the Cash App. Greatly appreciate you, brother.
Ain't nothing but some money.
I don't necessarily want to see elder black people. I don't think it would be elder though. I don't know if it would be elderly. I don't know if it would be elderly people. Yo, chill out, man. Chill out, bro. Nah, man. I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy, dog. Motherfuckers don't want to. They don't want to deal with that shit, dog. That's the crazy part. Don't want to deal with the truth, bro. Do not want to deal with the truth. But hey, AFR, you got anything else, bro? No, he dropped out. Okay, cool. At the end of the day, people, racism exists. Racism will always exist. But racism is not stopping you from doing anything you want to do. Okay? Racism is not preventing you from having any things or any rights in 2026, bro. Until we live like that and we approach every day like that, shit is not gonna fucking improve. But then again, like I said, a lot of you niggas, okay, you know where y'all belong.
Throw your ass down the nigga hole.
And that's where you're gonna stay at, bro. All the nigga hole niggas, report to your nearest hole. Okay? Us black people that wanted to see this shit, man, I am not concerned with what the fuck some poor ass hillbilly, no teeth, trailer park white man gives a fuck or thinks about me, bro. I don't care. I do not care. Which one? Kuna Coons? 80% minimum. Anything involving racism and that makes national news. And Kuna Coons, a big thing that we ain't heard nothing about. And niggas were fake mad, but I think they're gonna be real mad for real once this Carmelo Anthony trial should be happening. I think sometime this year. Let me see something real quick. Let's see what we got going. June. So next month, bro. Next month. Yo, chill out, SKC, man. Chill out, bro. Chill out. Chill out, man. White supremacy is the boogeyman. As an adult, I know there's nothing under my child's bed, but my child's going to freak out, and that's crazy because the boogeyman is there. Hey, yeah, man, I appreciate everybody for the support, man. When I would be able to shout out to him, shout out This Might Be Risky, bro. That was a fun thing last night, yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, they say it's June. It's June. It's next month. But they said no audio video recording. So I wonder if that they're not going to televise it. I don't know. I wonder if that means they're not going to televise the trial, which I think they definitely should. But I don't know. It's crazy. We'll see. But hey, man, pull back on me up on me tonight. Let me see. Forgot my confirmation. Got something special for y'all. God damn. I didn't say nothing. Well, possibly. But we'll see, man. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. It's Fantastic 824 on all social media platforms. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hype the video. That's that on that one. Catch y'all on the next one. Holla. We out.